Hello, I'm Karen, and in today's video I'm sharing with you the join as you go method. So this is what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to show you how to make, so we're just going to make them into squares, and then we make them into, so then you just make it into a bigger square and a bigger square. There is the other version that I've done where you can just do them like in rows and keep going along like that and keep adding it on. But yeah, so I'm going to show you how to get to this stage so you've got your nice square. So in my other video, what I did is I shared how to make tiny squares. So these are the ones that I made for the ivy cage blanket, and these have all got chain 1 in the corner. So this method of joining as you go is for this particular square. And I will leave you a link how to make those squares in the description box, and also I'll leave you a link of how to make the little storage bag to keep all your bits and bobs in as you go along if you're making the squares. Okay, so for this one I'm going to carry on with the green because I was thinking that I'm going to make a little cushion to go with my other blanket. So we just need 4 squares, and we're going to begin with a twist on the hook and just go into any one of the corners and slip stitch into place, and then do a chain of 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to work 2 treble crochet if you're in the UK, or 2 double crochet if you're in the US. Then you make a chain 1, and then we're going to go back into the same space because we're going to begin on a corner. This makes it easier for when we're doing the continuation round and makes it look neater. So we need to do 3 more stitches into the corner, and then we're going to work into the sides like we just would normally if we're just adding on an extra row. And we're going to just go all the way right round 2 sides of this very first square. And I decided that I would do it like real time so that you can actually see how it actually really works. I'm not going to cut any corners for this one for you. Whoops a daisy. So it might be a little bit of a longer video. So I do hope that you can all stay and listen to me, because I'm probably just going to waffle on about something when I get to certain bits. And this is a completely unprepared for video, as in what I'm going to actually say. Because oftentimes I think about the little history things, so maybe I should tell you the history of this pattern, of how this one's come about for me. But we're just getting to this corner here, so we just need to do 3 stitches in this corner. There. Okay, so you've just done your 2 sides. So now you're going to get your next piece, and you're just going to just literally work straight. So you're going to hold them side by side initially and have them both facing the same way round, and you're going to work straight into the corner and do 3 of the same stitch like that. And then you're going to turn your work and sandwich it together. That's the easiest way that I can do it as I'm working, as I hold it. So then I would go from, I know other people are going right this way round, I can't work that way, so I'm going under, picking up my yarn and slip stitching together there. Then I'll put my yarn over my hook to keep my tension, put my finger there, and then work into the next space along. So we work 3 stitches like that, and then we're going to do the same again, and we're going to slip stitch or single crochet actually if you're in the UK together there, and then we're going to work 3 of this corner. So that's 1, 2 and 3, and then we're going to finish off sandwiching it together by slip stitching into the corner there. Then we're going to finish this corner that we're on, so we're going to chain 1, flatten out our work, and then carry on into this same corner so that we've completed this corner here. And say the easiest way that I've found to make this actually work is we're going to go all the way right round and come down. It's a little bit different there, so I'm going to go, and we're going to stop here. So I'm just going to just crochet until I get to that point there, and I'll show you what you need to do there. So there's little bits along the way where it just helps it keep it nice and tidy. But this join as you go method, I wanted to join these squares in a different way, because when I was actually playing the games inside the Voynich manuscript, I realised that it had to be, it was all been doing in pairs. That's why I ended up making another set of the actual squares. So I actually made 64 little squares originally, made the ivy cage, and then realised that there was actually the blanket that was required to put the numbers on. So this is the actual background and base for the lucky horseshoe blanket, if you would like to make that. And all you do with that one is, instead of the squares representing letters of the alphabet, they represent numbers, and you put lucky horseshoes on for the, like whether it's going to be a wedding, a birthday, coronation, those sorts of things like that. So it was just a secret game that they was playing. I've often wondered like why they was playing the game. Why did they keep it a secret for so long? What was the mystery behind it all? I have got a strange theory because I've not got enough physical evidence, but I have got a lot of physical evidence to show that it is actually crochet inside the Voynich manuscript, so that's different. Right, sorry, I've got to this corner, so I've done the 3, I've made my chain 1. Now what we're going to do, we're going to slip stitch in between the gaps of the actual pieces where we, where we sort of folded it around. We're just going to just slip stitch into there, then we're going to do a chain 1 and finish off this other corner with doing 3 stitches in this corner, and then work our way to the end there before we add the next square. But yes, it's been one of those mysterious things where I've found out lots and lots of things. I know that there's definitely a code there. I know they've been playing a secret game, but ultimately the actual real reasons still eludes me a little bit. I've got to say I've got some bits of information, but not a lot really. Right, anyway, so I've got to the end there, and so now we're going to add on the next. So effectively, we're adding on, we're going to join up over here, but we're holding it to the side to start off with. So you do the same as before, join your actual corner, join your square in the corner, like that, get your 3 stitches in there. Then you're going to do the same thing as we did before. Have I been coming off camera? I hope I haven't been coming off camera. So then we need to slip stitch into place there. And I'm just thinking, how far away have I been? Oh dear, I'm going to have to replay this back and watch on time. I have to redo all of this all over again. Oh dear me. Really sorry. So we do the stitches there. We're going to then slip stitch into the space there. And we're going to work into the corner like that. So we've got 3 stitches to start off with. There. Then we're going to actually, so we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to slip stitch between, not into a chain 1 or anything, we're going between the actual squares, and then do your chain 1, turn your work, and then work back into this corner, just there. And we'll do 3 stitches obviously to finish off that corner, and we're just going to work up just to this piece here before we add the next square in. So that's 3 stitches there, and then 3 stitches into this one, and the same again there. Ooh. But yes, I'm going to get the next square there, and then we're going to just work straight into the corner. Now this one I'm going to join 2 sides of it as we actually attach it to the main body that we've made. So we've got the 3 stitches, we're going to turn it to sandwich it to be able to do this section. There and there. But yes, crochet was very handy, see, for hiding little mysteries and little secrets in, and I do know that I'm going to sandwich into there. They didn't obviously have computers and ways of like hiding and keeping things a secret way back then, so they used written codes but yeah, the crochet is definitely a secret thing. So anyway, I'm going to slip stitch into here, just there. So you've got this L shape. Make sure you're going into the right place, and then you're going to slip stitch to there. You're going to maneuver your work right, chain one, and then get yourself so you can actually work back into this corner. There. And then we're going to join it to the other square as we go along. So we've got the 3 there, and then I've just got to say, when it gets to the next size up and you're joining the bigger squares together, because it gets more floppy, just be careful that you're definitely going into that space and you've not accidentally moved at a funny angle in that corner. So slip stitch to there. I just said that just because I noticed when I was doing it myself, when the squares get bigger that you join in, they get heavier, so the yarn pulls, and this pull differently. The slip stitch into there. Now we're going to go into the corner and do the 3 in the corner like we did before, and then we're going to slip stitch into the chain 1, and finish this corner. And then we'll finish these corners like we did with the other one. But then I'm going to share with you how to add. I'm not going to go all the way around to add the next row, but I'm going to share with you how to add the next row, because on all the videos I noticed they didn't do it, and if you're not sure where to make it line up properly, it could be difficult. So I just thought I'm going to share an extra round. So how many minutes am I on? I think I've got enough time. I don't know if my battery cuts out on me because it's really, really warm. So yes, it's been very, very hot in the UK. We've had like a 1-day wonder of sunshine and hot weather, which was very nice, I must admit. I have enjoyed it, but I couldn't sit outside in it because it would burn me. But there you go. Anyway, it was still nice. And so I'm going to come down this side bit here, and we're going to go back into the corner, finish off our corner there. And then we're going to chain 1, slip stitch into that piece there, chain 1, and finish off this corner. So, and do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask you, how are you, everybody? Just how are you? Just comment in the box, like, how are you? Are you happy? Are you sad? Have you got something nice that you want to share? I prefer nice things. The day job that I do, I deal with a lot of, how do I explain that one? People are not in the best situations in life. That's the nicest way I can put it. And so it can be quite... I want to say it can be quite distressing listening to some of the things that I have to listen to in my day job. So I do find that crocheting is like my release, my let go of all of listening to what's going on in the world. But I thought I'd ask you, actually, how are you? Has anybody told you that they think that you're amazing, that you're brilliant, that you're wonderful? And if not, then I'll tell you that, because if you're crocheting along and doing this, you're amazing, you're wonderful, you've got a lot of patience to have learned what you've done, you've gained your skills, and you should be super proud of where you've got to. So I'm just going to we're coming up to the very end of this round now, and I'm going to put it down a minute just to show you why we're putting on the extra round. It's all part of the process. So I'm just going to slip stitch into the top of the 3rd chain to join, and then slip stitch my way to the corner, ready for my next round. And I'm just going to do up to one side, I think, because I think I'm pushing my luck with my camera. Right, so if we look at the piece now, it is finished, but you can see we've definitely got some little like indenty things going there, and you can see we've actually got 2 bands of colour there on the inside, but only 1 band of colour around the edges. So if we add the extra edge on it, it's going to neaten it up for us and give it all its symmetry. And yes, I do have a thing about symmetry. I don't know what it is with crocheting and certain things, because I don't have it with everything. But yes, some things, like symmetry is really important. Like I don't know if you're the same, like like if there's a clock on the wall, then 12 o'clock has to be pointing properly straight up and 6 o'clock has to be down. It can't be slightly off or wonky. That's just not right. It would fidget me, and I don't know why something so really, in one sense, trivial is so important. And I don't know if you have anything like that. Do you ever have anything where you think, oh, it's got to be like that? So are you a person where you've got to have the toilet roll on a particular way? You've got to have your cups done in a particular way? Are we... right, I'll get into this stage, this middle piece here. Okay, so you've got your chain one, so you're going to work one stitch in the chain one. Now you've got a choice, because you can work into this stitch here right in the middle and it'll make your stitches all sit nice and neat. But these two stitches here are going to be tighter to work into. If you get round to there and you struggle, you might prefer to actually work in, right down into the middle there. But if you do, you're going to have like a stitch that drops down and you'll cause a little indent. So I'm trying to keep it straight as possible. So I'm going to go into the stitch in the middle, do the stitch there, and then go one more into the chain one space, and that makes your group of three, which is, I don't know if you can see that very well, it's your group of three ready for when you go to your next round of joining on, and it just makes your life and the work that you're going to do so much easier. So what I'm going to do is, because I say I'm conscious of like it's very hot and I don't want my camera to pack up on me, so you'd complete that round, and what you do is you end up making 4 of the squares, and then you build 4 squares, and you just keep going and going. I just went up to, so I'll just show it back to this one. So I actually did 4 squares of this size, and then I did 4 squares where I went up of the next size, and then joined all of those together, and it made it so it's a 32 inch. What is that in centimetres? I'm sorry, I don't know, I'm not very good at that. 32 inches is approximately 81 centimetres, if you're a centimetre kind of person. Anyway, so thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for sharing, thank you for subscribing. I do hope that you've enjoyed this. If you want me to share with you how to make these little horseshoes, just put a message in the box. Okay, thank you for watching, bye for now.